Odessa National Economic University is one of the leading higher educational institutions in Ukraine and has a rich history of development. The university celebrated its 100th university last year. The university is located in the historical center next to a large number of theater, historical and architecture monuments, park and museums. From the window of our auditoriums of the main building where we hold lectures and practical classes, a beautiful view of the sea is open up. Odessa is the third most populous city and municipality in Ukraine and a major seaport and transport hub located in the southwest of the country on the northwestern shore of the Black Sea. The city is also the administrative center of the Odessa region, as well as the multi-ethnic culture center. Odessa is sometimes called the Pearl by the Sea, the southern capital, Odessa Mama, and the humor capital, as well as the southern Palmyra. Odessa has a hot summer humid continental climate that borderlines the semi-arid climate as well as the humid tropical climate. This has, over the past few centuries, aided the city greatly in creating conditions necessary for the development of summer tourism. On the territory on which modern Odessa is located, at different ages lived Scythians, Greeks, ancient Slavs, Tatars, and Turks. The heritage of many of these cultures is preserved in geographic names and museums expositions. In 1795, the city was baptized by Empress Catherine II as Odessa in honor of the Greek colony of Odessos that supposedly was located in this area. Catherine sent notice throughout Europe offering migrants land tax exemptions and religion freedom, attracting migrants all of the time. And Odessa also had a port of franco status. So that means a free port, exempt from taxes until 1859, that attracted wealthy foreign merchants and exporters here. During the Second World War, the city of Odessa experienced an occupation lasting 907 days. The city keeps the memory of those terrible days. For example, there is an underground museum and the catacombs where partisans of the period lived. Now again, the war has come into our life, into our city, and into our country. The new war brought not only destruction and military and civilian casualties in Odessa and Odessa region. This war changed the attitude of the inhabitants of Odessa to our history. Odessa region with heart in Odessa is Ukraine. This is the land where wheat and grapes grow, and it's also a port for which the Russian Empire constantly fought. But it was not Catherine II who built the city. It was created by entrepreneurs from France, from Italy, Germany, Poland, Greece, Switzerland, and other European countries. They left behind beautiful houses, architectural monuments. They created the unique culture of Odessa. The Ukrainian Cossacks, whose settlements were located around Odessa, made their contribution to it. Their unique houses located inside the rocks are still preserved.
The ideal Odessa city layout was born of the talent of the Dutch military engineer Frans de Waal, combined with the classical architecture and the near-perfect natural landscape that it complements. The network of city streets is laid out according to the tradition of old Rome, oriented on the three important factors of city life: the relief of the area, the prevailing winds, and the light. The initial period of Odessa's construction was dominated by Classicism. After that, the town evolved according to the European architectural style of the age, Baroque, Art Nouveau, and Postmodernism. This not only enriched but also contributed to the individuality and distinctiveness of Odessa's architectural mix. One of the finest compositions is Ekaterina Square, which was awarded the accolade of Best Architectural Complex of Europe at the 1901 Paris Architecture Conference. By the way, the monument to Catherine II, who is considered the destroyer of Ukrainian statehood and culture, was already been dismantled in 1920s. In 2007 it was restored again, and now it has been decided that monument will no longer stand majestically in the city center. It will be moved to the museum. A completely original 100-meter wide street of the same architectural style links Ekaterina Square to the Duc de Richelieu monument and the famous Potemkin steps. The most familiar architectural object in the city must be the Odessa National and Opera and Ballet Theatre, constructed in 1887 in Viennese Baroque style. According to the plans drawn up by Austrian architects, this building has long been a symbol of Odessa.
Odessa has a taste for good cuisine, local delicacies and European cuisine specialties. It eats in the morning, not early though, for lunch, for luncheon, for dinner, especially at night. In a gaggle, in small circles, with families, with beautiful women, with nearest and with strangers, sometimes in private. There is no second city in the world where they would love to eat so much, argue about food, and cook, of course. There is no second city. This cuisine is woven from Jewish, Ukrainian, Armenian, Georgian, Russian, Bulgarian, and Greek flavors. But don't be afraid to compare. Odessa table is a mosaic of dishes that perfectly complement each other. Due to its coastal location, Odessa cuisine includes large number of seafood dishes. The most popular dish is gefilte fish, which is served on holidays using several types of fish, mainly pike, mullet or red-lip mullet, carp, and pike perch. Fried fish is also popular. Preference is given to the Black Sea flounder and guppies. Cutlets are fried from a small fish of a herring family, mainly Black Sea sprats. Pilaf with mussels is a popular seafood dish. I'm sorry. Odessa cuisine dishes can also be found on the menu of almost every Odessa restaurant. Fried zucchini with mayonnaise and garlic, eggplant rolls under a funny name, mother's-in-law tongue, eggplant caviar seasoned with garlic and parsley, fried guppies in a crispy butter, horsermuck and minced salted herring. So, in short, come to Odessa hungry, enjoy it and eat.
I would like to represent more information about the cultural particular qualities of Odessa city. Firstly, I want to tell about dialects. Odessa is a very multinational city with its own special dialect. Before the war had started, a lot of people spoke the Russian language, but used Yiddish and Ukrainian in grammar, vocabulary and phraseology. As a result, many phrases sound unique due to the mixing of different languages. Odessa is well known for its humor. To a significant extent, the image of Odessa is influenced by the Odessa tales of Isaac Babel. Odessa is often referred by the collocation Odessa Mama, Mam Odessa. Odessa humor is a notable part of both Jewish humor and Ukrainian humor. Since 1972, Odessa has been hosting the annual Festival of Humor, Humorina. For this and other reasons, Odessa was known as the capital of humor for all over the world. Many places of Odessa are memorable not only for their cultural value, but also for their place in Odessa folklore. For example, Deribasanskaya Street, Odessa Catacombs, Potemkin Stairs, and Privoz Market.
As we know, Odessa is located on the shores of the beautiful Black Sea. The resort zone of Odessa stretches for tens of kilometers along the Black Sea, and the total length of the beach area of Odessa is about 30 kilometers. The beaches in Odessa are sandy, white, and spacious. The sea is fenced off by breakwaters. The seabed is flat, and many beaches have rescue stations and first aid posts. So all this allows you to comfortably relax in Odessa. The most famous beaches of Odessa are Langeron, Arcadia, and the Golden Coast. On Langeron Beach, there is Nemo Delphinarium Hotel, which is considered one of the best five-star hotels in our country. In this hotel, you can also see an incredible show with dolphins, swim with them, and take a photo for memory. The photo with Arcadia Beach in the middle of the slide. Arcadia is famous for the fact that on its territory there are many restaurants, disco and nightclubs. Arcadia offers Odessa resistance and guests of the city meetings with famous singers and musicians, incendiary shows and dances until the morning. The Golden Coast, on the left-right of the slide, is one of the most popular beaches in Odessa, whereas here is calm and measured. The area is removed from the center of Odessa by about 15 kilometers, and it's currently an area with a well-developed infrastructure.
Odessa is a port city, and every ship had a cat that helped catch mice and rats. The cats did not let mice and rats on board the ship, and accordingly the provisions and cargo did not threaten anything. They were always kept in large numbers in the port and the warehouses to preserve the goods as best as possible. But precisely since 2017, they have been recognized as a part of ecosystem, and accordingly, there are some programs for their treatment and vaccination. Many jailed residents and whole cat families live in many apartments, houses, and especially in yards.
Odessa is a port city, so huge number of things are delivered by sea. Shopping in Odessa is very popular both in shopping malls and markets. The largest Riviera shopping center, located a bit far from the city, was one of the most beloved by residents by it destroyed on a rocket. On our presentation you could see the slides with Odessa before the February 24 and after it. 7th kilometer is the largest for sale and retail market in Europe. The market area is more than 75 hectares. Before the war, more than 60,000 people worked there. Privoz Market is a large food market and the main city attraction. The market was founded in 1872, and people could buy completely different products for every taste here. Odessa spread is one of the national dishes of Odessa. This is a kind of small fish that local people love so much. Artisan shopping. In search of original souvenirs, many guests of the city go to so-called Odessa Montmartre. This area is a favorite place of creativity among Odessa artists, where they present their best works and offer passers-by to paint their portraits. Besides art workshops, the area accommodates interesting antique shops where you can buy many amazing old things. They say all vinyls records, jewelry in style of past years, ancient works of art, and even antique furniture. Thank you for your attention and welcome to Odessa.
Yeah, yeah. After the presentation by Alinas and the crew from Odessa in Odessa, let me give the floor to the teacher, to Olga Degtiareva, for a short conclusion. Olga, please.
I would like to thank you for staying with us for this presentation. It was one of the last presentations. I would like to say thank you to students of Odessa National Economic University who are presented directly from Odessa, Ukraine, and they prepared this presentation in a difficult situation this week because there was no electricity and internet sometimes, but everything happened and everything was okay. I would like to thank Simone and Del Bianco family because we have a long and fruitful cooperation for many years, and hopefully we will continue. And thank you very much for your attention.